just one recognition. I would like to recognize the TDR group, although I don't know a lot about it. I am pleased to hear about it. And without groups like this, and without customers like this, I can tell you the rest of us from a Chrysler standpoint wouldn't be here. So thank you very much. Round of applause for TDR. Any other questions? I know there are a few hands that went up.
Why don't you build 2,500 and 3,500s in this plant?
Okay, 2,500 and 3,500s are built.
All of us are diesel owners, and you have to have a 2,500 or higher.
Yes, they're built in Saltillo, in our facility there in Mexico.
But we would like to buy them from here. I would specifically, yeah.
I guess without a fine amount of detail, I couldn't go into the answer on that one. It depends. That's my business background always tells me it depends, right?
That's due to complexity.
Yes.
I've got a 95, 3,500 as well here.
Yeah, if we look through the history of the plant, right, we built all kinds of interesting things here. We built heavy duties here. Dirk was here when it was dirt floors.
We built everything here.
Okay.
We built school buses here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest factor that limits what we can build in this plant.
How many of you guys are close to 1 million miles? Anybody?
Nope.
What's the highest mileage we had on there? Anybody over a couple 100,000?
280.
280? Good, good. We're trying to start, we're starting to log that. If you look on our website, you'll see some stories that are out there now. How people are getting 1 million miles on this stuff, so it's good to hear. I'm just curious. 165 in 48 states. It counts.
So you got 2 more to go. Yeah. That's the last time you've been to You should be truck over there. Okay, we're going to be here, with you throughout the duration. I don't want to cut you short, but because of the timeliness, I do want to get the teams broken up, and at least the first group out into the tour. So Dominic, if you want to go through.
I am 1,500 brand manager, and I'm very happy to be here with you today. I know that you're Cummins enthusiasts and heavy-duty truck people, but you chose to come here to Warren Assembly, and as you know, we build the Ram 1500s here. So a lot of my presentation is going to be focused around the 1500, but we still have 25 and 3,500 information in here. And also I have to point out that most of my presentation is focused around the marketing. I are not an engineer, so you can easily stump me. But we want to give you an idea of some of the marketing things we're doing. Before I get going, though, I'd like to introduce the people that are here. Dave Sowers, he's the head of Ram marketing for pickups. Joe Benson, he's the head of our commercial vehicles with Ram marketing. Ryan Zalk is our national Ram advocate, and he can explain what that is. It's a very interesting job. Casey Herbis is our national media manager. And no longer here is Dave Elsoff, our PR manager. You might have seen him before. Little goatee, he's a great guy, does a lot of good work for us. And we've got a special guest from Cummins. Rod Romaine is our engineering liaison. Rod. So let's give them a hand. So I'm going to just give you a couple quick facts about myself. I do live here in Michigan, but I'm originally from Minnesota. I worked for Chrysler Corporation for 27 years. But before that, I worked in 2 dealerships up in Minnesota and Wisconsin. I've actually been involved, some of you are in dealerships as well. I've been involved with Chrysler products and Dodge trucks, now Ram trucks, since January of 1977. I joke with some of my colleagues that I've been around as long as we made cars out of wood. We made a LeBaron back then that kind of looked like it was made out of wood. But I've had a lot of history with Dodge and Ram, and I'm in a great place with a great product and had a great time in the corporation. You guys have stuck with us as customers, and we've been through some tough times, but right now is a great time to be with Ram, and I'm going to show you why. You're probably aware that we split the brand up. We used to be Dodge brand, and I know it's tough for some of us to not call them Dodge trucks. And it's okay if you do. It's not okay if I do, but it's okay if you do, because we're trying to create a distinct brand. And if you think about it, you know, all the things about your product and all the things the way we market it and the capability that's into it doesn't necessarily apply to the new Dodge cars and minivan in particular. So spreading the two brands out is going to allow us to make both brands stronger. Dodge car can create their own identity, and Ram truck can do a better job of defining and refining who it is. So our mission statement, I think you can identify with, is Guts, Glory, Ram. Guts is all about what a Cummins engine can do and what a Ram truck can do, and you know that. Glory is really what you're using the truck for. Helping others, doing good work, enjoying the country, traveling around. And you can see some of the characteristics up there. Ram is brave, it's unstoppable, it's authentic, just like our customers and people. So how are sales going? You can see here in 2009, 163,000 units for the year for Ram. Next year, 2010, things got better. We got through some tough times. Starting off in 11, despite the high gas prices, things are still trending higher than a year ago. So how about share? How are we doing as far as getting our fair share of the market? You can see there as well, from back in December of 09, from a 9.4%, we're up to a 14.4% share, over a 50% gain for the brand. So again, it's a great time to be at Ram and a great time to be associated with us. So a little bit about our marketing strategy. You might have seen some of these things in the marketplace. We won Truck of Texas with both our light duty and our heavy duty power wagon, our light duty trucks. And we've been letting the market know that these trucks are great. They're very competitive. And we've won a lot of awards. You might have seen some of our partnerships. We're going to talk about those in the future in the presentation. And you know, again, it's not just TV and print anymore. We're out there on the internet, social media, and we've got a campaign that we're going to show you in a little bit called Guts and Glory that we think sums up our message. So our partners, what you might have seen us doing is we're starting to create some new product names, tradesmen, outdoorsmen, and we're using those products to help identify and market to individual categories. We typically, in the industry, used to just market by vocation. So if you're a farmer, we market the capability of the farm truck. If you're a tradesperson, we market that. Now we're going by avocation. What do you do for lifestyle? Because a lot of us are very passionate with our trucks and what we do, again, not for work, but for play. And a lot of your campers, right? You brought your trucks here. So we're starting to market our products there as well, and we're coming up with truck names that we think helps deliver that message. So some of our key partners, Case Construction was talked about earlier in the presentation. Rocky Boots is a partner of ours. We've found that we've got a lot of the same customers, and they're a great American-based brand. Steel Power Equipment is another partner. On the equestrian side, Rocky, we've got TDR here as well, Churchill Downs, and of course our Ram Rodeo folks. And on the outdoor side, you're going to see us partnered with Mossy Oak, who's a great partner, PSE Archery, and then some other media partners we'll talk about in a little bit. So on the outdoor side, you can see here, Drury Brothers, Bull Madness, we just partnered with them. Mossy Oak, Doxy Hayes. Are there any hunters in here, by the way? Anybody hunt? So if you so you're probably familiar with some of these folks. What we're doing is we're buying media on their TV shows, websites, etc., but we're also putting them in a truck. We started out with the folks at Mossy Oak because their VP of TV production, Cuz Strickland, has driven 5 of them on his own. Well, what better advocate than a guy who's been using his own money to buy the truck and living it every day. So we're putting these trucks in their hands, showing them on TV, letting them drive them day to day, letting them see other hunters when they go from place to place. And we're using them to give testimonials about how great the product is. Because we know, and if you've looked at our product lately, we know that we've got a great truck. We've got the best truck out there. But a lot of people still have the old paradigm, but no, it's a Ram, it's, you know, that Hemi is really strong, but it doesn't get good gas mileage. Well, I'm going to show you the slide in a little bit that says otherwise. We have proof otherwise. So we have to convince people about how great our product is. And the best way for us to do that is what we call butts in seats. You get someone behind the wheel, they'll understand it. So that's what we're doing with these people in this industry. On the trade side then, our partners, you can see Rocky. We've partnered with them, not just on their website, but we've actually put Rocky boots in our auto show. Product specialists are wearing them in the display. We're doing some tie-ins with a giveaway of a tradesman truck, and we're just starting a relationship with them that I think you can look to expect even more. On the steel side, we sponsor their Timber Sports program. You've probably seen them where they get the guys up and they climb the logs, see who do it the fastest, saw through the logs. Pretty exciting stuff, and again, it's taking what people do every day with their truck for their job and making a TV show and a contest out of it. On the equestrian side, with Case Agriculture, we just sponsored the Kentucky Derby. You probably saw our products there. We in particular showed the new Laramie Longhorn that we have over here there, and you can see the great job. They put the Guts Glory Ram on the roof of the barn. And a little bit about the light duty pickup here. We're probably going to do a better job being able to look back and see what you're looking at. One thing I found out when I turned 50, the eyes go, right? It's tough to see. So you'll see up there that more that there's a lifestyle customer, again, not just the worker. If you go and do research about who drives light duty pickups, there's a lot of tradespeople that drive them, but it's about 10% of the full-size pickup, or the light-duty pickup market. 65% of those folks hunt, fish, or camp though. So that's why we're targeting to those folks, not just by the job. So key features about the light-duty though, again, it's our 5.7 Hemi engine, 390 horsepower, 407 pounds-feet of torque, 20 miles per gallon. It's a great engine, a lot of power, but gets really good fuel economy. Class exclusive coil springs, you probably saw that in the chassis in the back. And if you drove one, you really feel it. It's got the best ride in the market. On the heavy duty side, we've got the proven powertrains. You guys obviously know and associate with the Cummins powertrain. You're familiar probably with our new high output Cummins. Everybody know about that? 800 pounds-feet of torque. Yep. So that's all new. So that gives us the equal to the best-in-class torque, and we've got the best-in-class trailer towing capability now at 22,700 pounds. And we already had unsurpassed engine braking capability with the standard engine brake. So here's a new model, the Ram Outdoorsman. We've got one over here. As we mentioned, we brought this truck out specifically to help us market to the hunt, fish, camp person. We had a truck before that was real similar in content called the TRX4, but it was hard for people to understand what TRX4 meant and to associate with it. People do associate with this, and so again, what we've done is put that truck together, we advertise it on media that hunters, fishermen, campers will see, and its job is to get their attention, get them to go over and look at it, let the truck show them that Ram has the right truck for them. And this truck is equipped to really solve three primary needs for that customer. One is trailer towing, right? If you're hunt, fish, camp, you're pulling a boat, pulling four-wheelers, pulling a camper, and it comes standard with heavy-duty cooling. It comes standard with a Class 4 receiver hitch, and also comes standard with a 4 and a 7-pin trailer connector, so you don't have to go rewire your truck to fit your particular trailer. And not only does it come standard with both those wiring connectors, it didn't mount it under the bumper where you can scrape it off when you come off a curb or dig it in the mud. It's mounted in the bumper and also right next to the license plate light, so if you got to go hook up at night or early in the morning when it's dark, you can see what you're doing. So great engineering behind this truck and behind all the Ram trucks. The other two things besides trailer towing, you got a